Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Jeeves here, your old composer here at the Decomposer Lounge. Back with a reaction video. I know the last couple of videos I released, one was just me just setting my mind free on where I'm at with my life. And the other one was, it was really long, the last one. That was this kind of like session on me dissecting on my DAW and how I did that 80s guitar backing track. But I thought it was a fun kind of step away from the usual here, just listening to music, enjoying with you. If you joy with me, with your favorite band or your artist and stuff. This is Radiohead. It's been a long time since I've done a Radiohead track, and this one is called There There. This came to me through my Patreon channel. I want to thank everybody that supports me on Patreon. Also want to thank everybody who buy me a cup of coffee and everybody who comes and hangs out with me on Twitch when I do my Twitch coffee dono sessions and all that sort of fun stuff. Links are down below. Let's do this. This is Radiohead, There There. All right. See, where am I going to press my button? Oh, it's There There. Already like a Headspace trippy vibe going here. I love how the toms are tuned for the track. I love that bass. Jeez.
Just 'cause you feel it doesn't mean it's
there. Such a hypnotic pattern with the tom-toms and stuff. I just want to stop briefly. That hypnotic pattern, that kind of a tribal kind of vibe, does grind you into a trance. Is that the right way to put that? Settle you into a trance. And when I meant that the tuning of the toms, it's just got this nice, real authentic tom-tom sound that's not been muted. There's many different techniques that drummers will do to get particular sounds out of their tom-tom. Sometimes they'll mute it a little bit with different devices and stuff, but they're really just letting the organic aspect of the tom-tom ring out in the engineering. In such a Radiohead way, there's only one thing to say about, when Thomas just opens his mouth and starts to sing, is that you're going to be in for a very unique experience melodically. It's kind of like a Maynard thing in Tool for me. Two completely different artists and bands, but yet two significantly psychedelic, powerful impacts with melody and performance and unique abilities of the lead singers of each one. But anyhow, let's continue. Video's a trip.
always a siren, sending you to shipwreck. Steer away from these rocks, we'd be a walking disaster. Just 'cause you feel it doesn't mean it's
That bass is so cool.
Just 'cause you feel it doesn't mean it's there.
love the lift in that second verse we just had. The addition of the vocal arrangements was really, really sick. Sorry, I gotta say that is uniquely a Radiohead style kind of move. Not only with the unique chord change there, but the progressiveness of the choice of tones that they, in all of their songs, they are just, they're definitely not defined as like, well, it's kind of like how, like, let's say Van Halen, when he played his guitar, and when there's, you just knew it was a Van Halen track, and there's kind of a little bit of a like, oh, I recognize that, and it's something through and through. One of the beautiful things about Radiohead that I've really come to enjoy is the fact that each track that they do gets the same kind of focus, detail, and intensity to the tones that they choose with the instruments as they perform them. You know, and I'm not just talking about microtonal stuff. I'm talking about like when that guitar that just came in here in this bridge came in, not only is it a great chord change and series of changes for the bridge, but the choice of tone for the guitar and the dynamics of that compared to what we just settled into to the guitar on this side was just a super insane Radiohead kind of move. And that's the kind of details that makes, I think, Radiohead probably one of the most predominant pop. No, I don't know how to. Oh boy, don't come for me on the comments. I don't know how to say this exactly what their genre is. I think the genre is Radiohead. I don't know. Sorry if I offended anybody. I love the vocal arrangements in the background. All right, so truly, like I said earlier, you know, I'm not good at the genre thing, so. Truly, the genre is Radiohead. It's a psychedelic rock, and it's progressive, but not in the way that I would say that, you know, when we use the term prog rock. I think sometimes, you know, at least in my head, I'm still learning as I go. I'm so far from being that guy that could say, this, you know, have a pipe in my hand and go, this seems to be very, you know, I'm not an ethnomusicologist by any stretch of the imagination. But it's progressive, to me, in its writings. It's psychedelic progressive. I don't know. Would you say that would be, at least for this track? I mean, especially with the video and stuff like that. The video is fantastic, and it kind of reminded me. Funny, I kind of drew that little Tool inference, you know, just with the uniqueness of the performance ability of the lead performers, you know, between Maynard and Thomas York, and but ironically, just, you know, it's kind of like a little bit of a sober type video, just kind of out there, kind of trippy, And he's just, there's just something about the way he looks in this video that is just so suited for it. And it's in the performance matching the video in the sense that it's super psychedelic. The last thing I want to say before I dig out is that I just want to make sure that I want to reaffirm my just stoke for, as subtle as the background vocals are, they kind of reminds me of, I'm doing, I have a gaming channel where I review video game music, and we talk about 8-bit music and the limitations that 8-bit music during video game era early on, because of its limitations, the composers had to be very detailed in the compositions in order to get only a small amount of instrumentation to really stick out and to really be poignant. And in this case, how I draw that inference into what his background vocals are is that they aren't these big, fat, rich, harmonic, 6-layered background vocals. They're these really super detailed arrangements that they're very also single voice, very uniquely placed in the mix. So with the abstract, presentation of a song like this, those arrangements are just like, it's like the gold outline, the 14 karat outline, if you would, to this track for me. So anyhow, this was a super chill way for me to get back into my reacting grind. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Once again, I mentioned the gaming channel. I'll put that link down below just in case you want to check that out. And but other than that, thank you guys so much, man. Have a killer weekend. And yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'll see you next week. I've got a huge Patreon-a-thon coming up, where I do like a big hour and a half of maybe 10, 12 songs suggestions. So for those of you on Patreon, that's coming soon, or you can come and join and watch that when I drop that. All the links are down below. All right, guys, take care. Have a killer day. All right.